Yes. I'm going to need the clouds to stay like this the rest of the afternoon. And it looks like it might. That's true. We need a fan on the corner in there. We need to mount a fan on the corner. Or just build an actual building. That's one of our capital projects.
How we doing? Clouds are out now, it's fine. We're not doing anything. Nope, we just walk down. We'll walk out, announce starters, and go. No anthem, but you want to play Enter Sandman for them?
Do that maybe, because I don't have track of the kids in our emails, so I emailed 4 of them. One. So I'll have to in my team.
they're here, they just don't know where to go.
Could be. He said he's called one of them.
Really? Okay.
But,
Alright. I can do that.
have to jump on the other side.
Just send those two over there and you stay on to the That makes sense. That makes sense.
Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like stocking. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put it back to the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with this shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville, hit on move like a dime. Eating fettuccine and Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard my deep stroke, she said, babe, does it hurt when I dope? Certified freak, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Damn, spending money at the club like sales. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on Kim. She don't put this on the ground. Those boys try to get this on the ground. I can't switch on the fan. I hit the switch on the fan. That's where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be...
Let's go! Eat him up! Here's that three. 1, 2, 3, bang! From the start, let's go.
And welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for game number 2 of our women's doubleheader between the visiting Ohio Northern Polar Bears and your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. At this time, let's see the starting lineups for today's game. First for visiting Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Number 4, Gavin Marshall. Number 5, Ryan Parker. Number 10, Will Schaefer. Number 13, Ryan Summerfeld. Number 15, Brendan Gerber. Number 17, Sam McKee. Number 19, Will Baker. Number 21, Noah Zabrak. Number 23, Stephen Duggan. And number 28, Gage Foster. In goal for the Polar Bears is number 1, Lucas Hickey. be the starting lineup for your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. The 6-foot junior from New Orleans, Louisiana, number 3, Aiden Creed. The 5'10" freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 9, Eli Miller. The 6'1" freshman from Clarkson, Michigan, number 10, Cam Hanna. The 6'1" junior from Avon, Indiana, number 15, Jacob Cole. The 5'10" sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois, number 16, Chase Hensier. The 5'9" senior from North Aurora, Illinois, number 22, Elijah Harderson. The 5'11" junior from Rockville, Maryland, number 24, Peter Borger. The 6'4" sophomore from New Rochelle, New York, number 26, Oliver Vila. The 5'10" graduate student from Bakersfield, California, number 27, Julius Salinas. And the 6-foot freshman from Brookfield, Colorado, number 31, Ryan Shapiro. And goal for the Fighting Engineers, the 6'4" senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 1, John Bierstead.
Yeah, they showed up
Should be.
the last second.
Should be queued up.
Like an hour.
Wait until we get done shaking hands and it should be good.
Rosa. Are you looking for
We had
me?
a substitute. We had a substitute.
Yeah, they all showed up as I turned the corner.
Who's the fourth? Him?
Yeah.
Eric was not one of the names. Was it?
I don't remember. There's 4 now, so that's all that matters.
You don't have.
Fans, you're watching Rose-Hulman Soccer here on RHIT.TV. Your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers hosting the 15th ranked Ohio Northern Polar Bears in the second game of our women's-men's doubleheader. Taking a look at these two squads, Rose-Hulman coming in on the season with just 1 win. 1-2-2 on the season. For the Polar Bears, 4-1-2 on the year, with their own loss coming on the opening game of the season. And we're underway here in Terre Haute. Battle of 2 competitive teams, and we've seen a couple of very competitive matchups between these 2 teams over the last couple of years. Taking a look at the series history, last season, the Fighting Engineers picked up their first ever win over the Polar Bears, a 2-1 victory here in Terre Haute. In 2022, it was a 2-0 victory for the Polar Bears in Ada, Ohio. Ball won there by Kedzier, and a big foul there. They're stopped the clock. And we're going to get a yellow card 43 seconds into this one for the captain of the Polar Bears, number 21, Noah Zebrak. That is a big blow to this stout Ohio Northern defense as Zebrak picks up the yellow just 43 seconds into the game. Aiden Creek stands over this one now. And they're going to play it back. And the ref's going to... And they're going to stop play there, telling Creek he needs to wait on the official's whistle. Creek now ready to play this one in. He's going to reverse fields over to Peter Borger on the back line of this Fighting Engineer defense. Jake Pohl plays one up ahead, looking for Elijah Harderson. Harderson gets around the defender, plays it off of Zebrak, and it'll be a Rose-Hulman corner. Quick start to this one for the Fighting Engineers. Harderson did good to get around Steven Duggan. And now it looks like it'll be Oliver Fila, the sophomore from New York, to play this one into the 18. Corner kick in, headed away by the Polar Bears, and now cleared out of harm's way. Harderson collects near midfield, and he's going to play one in once more off the head of the striker, Nick Phillips. Correction, Eli Miller, the striker. Let's take a look at the Rose-Hulman starting lineup, starting with the back line. John Biederstedt in goal for the Fighting Engineers has started every game this season for Rose-Hulman. Across the back of this 4-2-3-1 formation for the Fighting Engineers, it's Peter Borger on the left, Jake Pohl in the middle. Aiden Creek also joining Pohl in the middle with Harderson on the right. Oliver Fila and Ryan Shapiro make up the 2 8s for the Fighting Engineers. The 3 midfielders across the top, Chase Kedzier at the 10 position with Julius Salinas and Oliver Fila playing the wings. And we mentioned freshman Eli Miller getting the start up top. Polar Bears swing this one back to their back line. Brendan Gervers and Noah Zebrak, the core of this Ohio Northern defense. 2 of the 3 captains. This one into the 18-yard box, and it's going to be offsides called on Will Schaefer. Was in on goal, but offsides was the call. Eli Miller, the leading goal scorer on this Fighting Engineer team with 2. He scored the only goal in the loss to Milliken last Saturday. Tyler Eldridge, the senior, coming off the bench for the Fighting Engineers, also with 2 goals. One brought down, carried forward by Ryan Parker. Off to Summerfeld. And a nice little first touch pass there by Will Baker, the freshman. The majority of this Ohio Northern team coming from the state of Ohio. As it looks like only 9 of their players
Was there a guy named Spencer?
coming from out of the state. That one played out. It'll be a foul called on Jake Pohl, and it'll be a free kick for Ohio Northern. Here 5 minutes in. One key piece of this Rose-Hulman starting lineup not available today is the freshman Nick Phillips. Phillips picked up a red card in the 2-1 loss to Milliken last Saturday, so serving his 1-game suspension here today. Pohl skies up high to clear that one out. Not out of harm's way. Nice play by Salinas. Gets it up to Miller. But the Polar Bears retake possession. Tackled off the ball by Cam Hanna. And Elijah Harderson will have to play this one out of bounds. We've mentioned several names of freshmen on this Rose-Hulman ball club. Starting 3 freshmen in the lineup today. They've started as many as 5 at points in this season. The Fighting Engineers brought in the biggest freshman class in program history, currently with 25 freshmen on the roster. Those players coming from 11 different states and 2 countries. Tackle there by Ryan Parker, plays it ahead to Summerfeld. Cross in by Summerfeld off of Harderson, and it's going to go out for an Ohio Northern corner kick. Summerfeld has been the key cog in the attack so far this season for the Polar Bears, leading the team with both 3 goals and 4 assists. He's one of 4 players for the Polar Bears to find the back of the net 3 times in this young season. This one headed on by Zebrak, and it'll go out for a goal kick. The first shot of the game there for Ohio Northern. As we mentioned, Ryan Summerfeld currently leading the Ohio Athletic Conference in both assists and assists per game. Ranked 2nd in game-winning goals and 5th in both points and points per game on the young season. High press here from the Polar Bears. Borger plays a good ball down the right side. Salinas giving chase, but it'll go out for an Ohio Northern throw. A little bit of recap of Rose-Hulman sports on the day today. Not been a good day for the Fighting Engineers. A 5-0 loss for the women's soccer team in the first game of today's doubleheader as they took on the #1 team in the country, the WashU Bears. Meanwhile, over at Cook Stadium, the Rose-Hulman football team playing Hope College, who's receiving votes in multiple top 25 polls and trailing 49-7. Advantage being played here after the foul by Kedzier. It's going to be given away, but won right back by Ryan Parker. Parker dishes over to Zebrak. Cross comes in, headed away by Creek. But Zebrak keeps it alive. Another cross comes in, blocked by Harderson. Good touch there by Chase Kedzier. The 10 playing it up ahead. He's got Julius Salinas on the right side, and that's who he hits. Salinas cuts into his left foot. Top of the 18, gives it over to Shapiro, the freshman. A good fast break opportunity there by the Fighting Engineers, but nothing doing. Good chasing, defending by the Polar Bears to get back in position. Nice touch there by Oliver Fila, dishing to Kedzier, but miscommunication between Kedzier and the striker, Eli Miller. Now break back the other way. Saw Summerfeld making a run on the right side. Parker did not see him. Now dishing it onto the left. To the end line goes Summerfeld. Cross comes in, right to Biederstedt. The big storyline of the contest here today is Rose-Hulman head coach Sean Hellewell, sitting on 199 career wins as a Fighting Engineer, just 1 win away from reaching 200 for his career. Hellewell began coaching at Rose-Hulman back in 2008. And that one going to be won for a corner kick by the Polar Bears, their second of the contest. Again, Sean Hellewell, 16 years, 2008, his first season at the helm for the Fighting Engineers. Comes in with a career record of 199, 76, and 44 draws. Left-footed cross comes in, beautiful ball. And it's going to be out for a corner kick. Bounced off several bodies. Biederstedt tried to get over to keep that ball from crossing the touchline, but it goes out for another corner for the Polar Bears. This one low cross driven in. Cam Hanna pokes it away. Polar Bears, as we mentioned, coming in ranked number 15 in the Division III United Soccer Coaches poll. Rose-Hulman looking for their first win against the top 25 team since taking down number 7 Wheaton back in 2016. That's one of 2 ranked wins for the Fighting Engineers. The other one came at the number 1 team in the country, Ohio Wesleyan, back in the 2013 NCAA tournament to help Rose-Hulman advance to the Sweet 16 for the only time in program history. Both of those wins were 1-0 victories for the Fighting Engineers. Shapiro does well to win that ball from Parker. Parker takes a little shove, but nothing doing, but given right back by the Polar Bears. Now Rose-Hulman switches field to the right side. Borger to Salinas, up ahead, back to Borger. Nice overlapping run, but doing well to win that ball back is the Ohio Northern defensive back, Brendan Gervers. Ball played up ahead. Again, Ohio Northern looking to get into the box with Ryan Sommerfeld. Pole defending, falls to the ground, cross in. Poked away by Creek. Good last-ditch defending there by Aiden Creek. And it'll be the 4th corner of just 15 minutes of action for the Polar Bears. Rose-Hulman 0-1 all-time when facing the number 15 team in the country. 2 years ago in the NCAA tournament, the Fighting Engineers fell to number 15 North Park in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Shot comes in, saved. Looked like that was number 10 for the Polar Bears, Will Schaefer, getting a foot on that one. And that was Rose-Hulman keeper John Biederstedt making his first save of the game. Biederstedt comes into this one ranked 13th in program history in career saves with 110. This one's going to go out for a goal kick. A hot and steamy day here in Terre Haute, Indiana. 87 degrees at kickoff. But with a 58% humidity to make it feel much hotter than it is. Luckily, since the women's game, we've had a little bit of cloud cover take over Terre Haute to cool it down a little for these players. This one poked out of bounds by Creek. It'll be another Ohio Northern throw. Another one poked into the box. Jacob Pohl able to get it away, but the Polar Bears able to settle. Another one played long. This one again trying to find Sommerfeld. It'll go out for a Rose-Hulman throw. Good defending there by Elijah Harderson, one of the senior captains for the Fighting Engineers. Harderson, a North Aurora, Illinois native, has played 4 years for this Fighting Engineer team. And last year he missed the first half of the season due to injury. And you could really tell the difference he made when he got back into the lineup for this Fighting Engineer ball club. Schaefer on the ball, plays it out wide. Sommerfeld on it. All the offense being played through number 13. So in trying to flick it on, unable to find the intended target. And Harderson's going to go down after a foul from Will Baker. Two active players for the Fighting Engineers have scored goals on the season, scored goals for the Fighting Engineers against Ohio Northern in the last 3 meetings over the last 3 years, including Owen Trout and Tyler Eldridge. Both players on the bench to start. Trout has not made an appearance so far this season, still dealing with injury. Eli Miller carries this one up the right side of the pitch. Crosses this one in. It's going to go off. It's going to go out for a goal kick, correction. Did not take a deflection off the Polar Bear defender. Zebrak carries this into the attacking part of the field. Crosses this one in. Looking for number 19, Will Baker. But falls harmlessly into the arms of John Biederstedt. Borger on the ball. High pressure there from the Polar Bears. Flicked on by Rose-Hulman, but Ohio Northern retakes possession. .46:45 to go here in the first half. Kedzier bringing it forward. Tries to slip one through to Miller. Gets back on it. Swings it back to Salinas. Crosses to the back post, but Shapiro not home. But a missed touch there by the Polar Bears, and it's going to go out for a Rose-Hulman throw-in. Corner kick upcoming, number 2 for the Fighting Engineers. It'll be Oliver Fila, standing over his second of the game. Fila on the season, 1 assist for the Fighting Engineers. This one cleared away by the Polar Bears and chested over by Salinas to find Peter Borger. Another one crossed in by Salinas. Shapiro, about 30 yards out to Kedzier, cuts into the middle. Shot in, saved by the keeper. Great shot by Chase Kedzier. The best chance of the half thus far for either side. But the keeper for the Polar Bears, Lucas Hickey, making just his second start of the season there and up to the task. Hickey started the first game of the year for the Polar Bears, a 3-2 loss to Kenyon, but has not seen the field since that point. Another great opportunity by Jacob Pohl. That one shot and deflected by Pohl, and it will be a corner kick for the Fighting Engineers. Already corner number 4, both teams thus far. See another ball driven in here by Fila. To the penalty spot. Cam Hanna gets ahead on it, but up and over the bar. 3-2 in shots. Rose-Hulman leading here halfway through the first half of action. Ryan Parker.
Wave your flag! You either wave it or you don't. You don't half-ass it.
A little conversation here, miscommunication if there was a foul or not.
Wave your flag.
And it will be a foul called on Elijah Harderson.
RP, good job. RP, good job. Keep it up, boy. Come on.
Cross ready to come in. It's Schaefer standing over it, delivers with the left boot. Headed away, and now cleared by Creek, but not far enough. That shot came in by Gage Foster. It was deflected away, and it'll be another Ohio Northern corner kick. Now they're going to stop the clock. And we're going to get a water break here for the two sides. We'll step aside for a moment here on RHIT.TV and be back in just a second.
Yeah, my entire computer's frozen.
Hey, unless you want to switch it. Lucas, you know what I mean on that one? Like, let's take 10 more yards, and then you can overhit it to the corner. Let's go, White. Let's go, White. Up the level, White. Let's go. Go, Diva! Who's out there? Summer! Canada!
My entire computer just froze in soccer. Any suggestions? Okay.
Love it! Hey, Vinny Todd. Or Will, one of those two.
Back to action now. Rose-Hulman breaking ahead. It's Eli Miller on the left side. Cuts it back to his right foot. Shot comes in, blocked away. And it's going to be cleared out of play by the Polar Bears. Kedzie on the ball, poked away from him. Sommerfeld trying to get on the end of it, but Cam Hanna does well to knock it out of play. Carried into the 18-yard box. Poked away by Borger. Back to the top of the 18. But Oliver Filo wins it back for the Fighting Engineers. And now Shapiro on the attack the other way. Overlapping run, Salinas finds Borger on the right side. Tries to find Shapiro in the middle. But the Polar Bears win it back, and now Summerfield up ahead. Back pass by Pohl, not far enough, but Biederstedt comes off his line. Shot comes there from Schaefer with an empty net. Aiden Creek did well to get back in goal. But the shot over the bar for the Polar Bears. For those of you following along with the live stats currently as well, our software is currently frozen, so those should be back up and running as soon as we can get. Meanwhile, just watch along here on rhit.tv. Goal kick played ahead by Biederstedt.
Did it give you any errors? No. It's been 4 minutes and it hasn't moved. I tried to put in a 4 minutes. It still hasn't let me put in one of our settings. Right. So I'll see if I can pull the game on him. I have no idea.
Turn. We have to be able to turn.
Ohio Northern carrying into the attacking third. It's Schaefer. Shot cleared, or cross in, cleared away by Creek, but the Polar Bears will collect. Zabrak up ahead, finding Foster. Hannah on his back defending. Shapiro breaks up the pass, and now Oliver Fila looking to break out the other way. Eli Miller, one-on-one, Zabrak on his back. And the keeper, Hickey, coming off his line after some great defending by Brendan Gervers. This one cleared back down the pitch, and the Polar Bears will look to restart in their own half of the field. Ohio Northern leading 4-3 in shots here early on, almost 30 minutes down here in Terre Haute of a scoreless non-conference contest. Creek wins the ball there on that pass, but given right back to Parker. Gavin Marshall on the right side crosses into his left foot. Shapiro blocks the cross away. Now we'll get the substitutions into the game for the Polar Bears. Tyler Eldridge also came into the game, that substitution. Throw in here by Gavin Marshall, gives it to Schaefer. Eldridge with a high press, not attacking third. Pass from Zebrak intercepted by Fila. Kedzier on the attack. Tries to slip one through to Tyler Eldridge and a little miscommunication. And Hickey out to collect. Gage Foster touches it ahead. Ryan Sommerfeld brings it down at the top of the 18. Good defending by both Creek and Harderson. And the Polar Bears will earn the throw. Again, we apologize if you're following along with our live stats at this point. They're currently down. We are looking to get those back up, hopefully by the second half. Long throw coming in here by Landers. Headed over the bar. That's number 10, Schaefer. Tyler Eldridge brings down the ball, and he'll recycle to the back. One sub set to check in for Rose-Hulman is Evan Lipsky, as Kedzier brings this one up ahead, gets around one defender. Cuts back into the middle, dishes off to Eldridge. But the Polar Bears close in and win the ball back. Ryan Sommerfeld again winning that ball for the Polar Bears, and he's on the run here. Peter Borger doing a good job to knock that away, but Ryan Sommerfeld all over the field for this Ohio Northern Ball Club, the senior from Dublin, Ohio. Zebrak swings this one back around. 4-3 in shots, Ohio Northern leading 4-3, but still scoreless. Some good goalkeeping from both Biederstedt and Hickey. Oliver Fila forced to play this one out deep in Rose-Hulman territory, and it'll be a throw-in for the Polar Bears. Schaefer standing over it, left boot drives it in, headed away by Borger. And now Borger intercepts, finds Kedzier in the middle. Mini break on here. Kedzier dances around one defender. Plays to Eldridge. One back by Gavin Marshall. But Rose-Hulman will reset at the back. And now given away by Creek, it's Schaefer in the middle. Carries down the right side. Finds Chase Robinson up top. Now Foster will recycle it back to Chaput. Zebrak carries it in, no one stepping. Dishes it off, shot by Foster, and it's saved easily by Biederstedt. Lipsky still waiting to come into this game. And the Polar Bears also have another subset to check in as number 26, Johnny Rousakis. This one's going to be a foul on Julius Salinas at midfield.
Between Rose-Hulman and Ohio Northern. While we were setting the match, the program froze up on us, and it won't run the clock. It won't allow us to add any of the stats, record any substitutions, anything like that. The screen's basically just frozen.
Back, pin floor. Come on, boys, come on, boys.
Cross comes in. John Biederstedt there. Carson Manis also set to check in for the Fighting Engineers at the next opportunity. Headed on by Cam Hanna off the goal kick. And finally brought down by Rose-Hulman, but just cleared up ahead. Hanna gets it taken away by Schaefer, but Pohl intercepts. Pohl playing it up ahead. Again intercepted by Zabrek. Opportunity there for the Polar Bears. Blocked away, and now Oliver Fila carries it forward. Finding Shapiro on the left side. Good defense there by Gavin Marshall. And the Polar Bears win it back. And now a foul is going to be called on Ryan Shapiro. Looks like a little bit of frustration there with just a push to the back.
Unfortunately, like I won't be able to like put it on another computer, put the game plan on another computer, and then just pick up where we left off. Okay.
So after the foul, they swing back around. And Ohio Northern will look to attack once more.
Yeah. We'll try to restart the computer.
Zebrak once again carrying forward. Finds Summerfeld in the middle. Summerfeld dancing through traffic. And it's going to have to be played out for an ONU corner with 8 minutes on the clock. Subs now into the game. This one punched out by Biederstedt on the corner. And now Rose-Hulman collects once more. Ohio Northern carrying it up the field. Summerfeld loses it. Ohio Northern swinging the ball around once again. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half of action. Trying to slip one through there is Alex Schaefer, but intercepted, trying to play it long to Tyler Eldridge. But Hickey able to come out of his box and let it float back in to collect. been all Ohio Northern here for the last about 10 minutes of action. Rose-Hulman's had their chances early on, but the Polar Bears have been on the attack and rearing to go. That pass played forward just behind the on-rushing Chase Robinson. That goal kick mishit a little by Biederstedt. Won immediately by Vinny Chaput, and he'll take it down the right side. Carries through 3 defenders. Now passes off to Robinson. Cross comes in. Knocked away by Creek. And Creek is down. Hopefully he's okay. It'll be another Ohio Northern corner here with just over 4 minutes remaining. Will Schaefer stands over it here. Has Gavin Marshall as the option short. He'll play it in with the left. Biederstedt out, punches it away. And then poked away again by Peter Borger. Correction, that's Carson Manis getting a foot to it. Biederstedt again off his line to punch it away, but Chase Robinson called offsides. Two subs ready to come in for the Polar Bears here with 3 minutes to go in the half. It's number 18, Ashton Ochner, and number 11, Jacob Grant. Subs coming on now. It's number 11 and number 18 for the Polar Bears with 2:35 remaining. Ryan Sommerfeld will get a break here for the Polar Bears for the final 2 minutes of the half. Played long up ahead to Eldridge, trying to win it. But Lucas Hickey does well to come off his line and collect, clearing it away. Evan Lipsky tries to poke one forward to Fila, but Hickey out to pick it up. 2 minutes remaining in the half. We've seen crazier things than goals being scored late in halves. On Wednesday night, the women's soccer team scored a goal with 1.3 seconds to go. The half is not over until that final horn sounds. ONU swinging it around the back, finding Zebrak on the right. He'll look forward. Ochner over to Chaput in the middle, and he's going to back it out on the left side. Back to Alex Schaefer, tries to slip one through, broken up by Harderson, but given right back here with a minute to play. One minute remaining in the half. 1 minute to go. The Polar Bears pushing forward, trying to slip this one through to Robinson. Pohl able to knock it out of play. 50 seconds to go. Throw incoming here. Long throw looking for Robinson. Headed away. Salinas able to clear, but not far enough and out of harm's way. And now we're going to get a foul. Now we're going to get a foul called on Tyler Eldridge.
Set it up. Let's go. Get in.
Stop clock.
Gotta be a card.
They're going to stop the clock with 12 seconds on the clock, as the ref will mark off the steps to make sure the wall is in the right position.
Vinny, closer to him.
Cross coming in well over everyone. It'll go out for a Rose-Hulman goal kick, and that will end our first half of action. 0-0 on the scoreboard through 45 minutes. We'll take a break here on RHIT.TV and be back for our second half of action.
Hey guys, very important on stuff like that. The clock starts on the kick, not my whistle, the kick.
What can I do to help, man? Nothing. You want me to read you that play-by-play when you get the time right? That'd be helpful.
no stopping it all. I want this forever mine, ever mine, ever mine. I shut it down in the mall. It's a nigga. Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the ground. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know, swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo, if I was at the club, you know I balled. Chemo, drop the mixtape, they sounded like an album. Who'da thought a countrywide tour be the outcome? Labels want my name beside an X like Malcolm. Everybody got a deal, I did it without one. Yeah, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness. Cheers. May not mean nothing to y'all. Understand nothing was done for me. So I don't plan on stopping at all. I want it forever mine, ever mine, ever mine. I shut you down in the mall. And telling that girl she the one for me. And I ain't even planning to call. I want it forever mine, ever mine. Ever Mr. West is in the building. Ain't no question who about to kill. I used to have hood dreams. Big fame, big change. I stuck my dick inside his life until that came. And went all like the ball teams. So I can make it rain. All spring. Y'all seen my story, my glory. I had raped the game young. You can call it statutory when they need to blow up. They gon' build statues for me. Oh, money, raising me important. Super bad chicks giving me big love. And you would think I ran the world like Michelle's husband. You would think these niggas know me when they really doesn't. Like they was down with the old me. No, you
Cause I'm lost
like to set like 4 numbers we don't have. So
We go 24, 1, oh, I can't say on my belt now. 27, 8, 51, 24. I'm gonna run one side each coach.
yeah, there should be 2 coming.
Yeah, they're just taking a while. It's like enough. I'm gonna take.
You go wait. Kicker, Sam! Kicker!
Back to action here for the second half of Rose-Hulman men's soccer, taking on number 15 Ohio Northern. Live stats should be back and up and running. Ohio Northern leading Rose-Hulman 6-5 in shots in that first half. With corners 8-4 for the Polar Bears. Checking out the first half stats. Oliver Fila turns upfield looking for Carson Manis, but he waited on the ball to get there. Zabrek intercepts, tries to slip one through. But good defending there by Jacob Pohl to keep that one out of the back of the net. That was Will Baker, the freshman, on the attack. Now we have a shot from Schaefer. This one, Will Schaefer, taking the shot. And it'll be saved by Rose-Hulman. Other stats from the first half of action. Lucas Hickey with 1 save for the Polar Bears. Meanwhile, John Biederstedt with 2 for Rose-Hulman. That his third here to start the second half. Jacob Pohl gets in the way of that one. And now Oliver Fila trying to carry. Dumps it off to Salinas. Eldridge with a defender on his back. Plays it back to the back line. Will Baker does well to get his foot in front of that one. Now Pohl trying to play one up ahead to Oliver Fila. But Hickey comes off his line to make the play. Now Rose-Hulman quickly ready to make a sub here in the second half of action. Rylan Watson, the freshman from Canton, Georgia, set to come into the ballgame. Sommerfeld still on it, knocked away by Creek. And finally cleared out of the 18. Foster cuts through the defense. Biederstedt off his line makes the save. Biederstedt got caught in between a little bit on whether to come out and collect that or hang back, but he was still able to make himself big and make the save at a tough angle for Gage Foster. We've mentioned a little bit of Rose-Hulman's record against top 25 teams all time. Their all-time record, 2 wins, 25 losses, and 3 draws. Looking for their 6th result against a ranked opponent in program history. And a win would be their 3rd outright. Individual leaders in the first half, William Schaefer with 3 shots for the Polar Bears, half of their overall team shots. Meanwhile, for Rose-Hulman, 1 shot for each of the 5 players. And now Cam Hanna will check out of the game for Rylan Watson. Pushed forward by Gage Foster. Forced out wide, and his shot's going to go well high and off the back netting. Rylan Watson making just his 2nd career appearance for the Rose and White. The freshman from Canton played 6 minutes earlier this season in a contest. Salinas tries to play this one up ahead. They'll earn a throw-in for the Fighting Engineers.
If you're going to wave your flag, keep waving it. Sir, if you're going to wave your flag, keep waving it. Why do you put it back down? You did that 3 times in the first half.
Foul on Rylan Watson. And the Polar Bears will get it back underway. Again, we apologize for the live stats being out in the first half if you were following along with those. Those should be back and up and running for you to follow along with both the live stats and the video. Man down for the Polar Bears is number 4, Gavin Marshall. They'll keep playing, and Rose-Hulman wins the ball. Tyler Eldridge comes back, but the Polar Bears win it right back. No trend for the Fighting Engineers in terms of first half and second half goals. 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second, and in the goals allowed category, 3 in the first, 4 in the second. Carried down the left side is Marshall. Cuts it back, crosses in, out of the reach of Biederstedt. And it's going to be a handball called on Elijah Harderson in the box. And it'll be a PK 1 for Will Schaefer standing over this one, ready for the PK. Schaefer stands over with the left foot, strikes it in the bottom left corner, and the first goal of the game scored by the Polar Bears is off an unfortunate penalty on a handball in the box.
Well done, Gavin.
37 minutes to go, a 1-0 lead now for the Polar Bears. Here after that goal by William Schaefer. And now Rose-Hulman going to be looking for the equalizer for the final 37 minutes of this contest. Salinas tries to dump that one off to Manis, but intercepted. The goal there for William Schaefer, his 4th of the season. He came in ranked 7th in the OAC in goals with 3. He now leads the Polar Bears with 4 on the year. Creek does well to save that from being a corner, and it'll go out for an Ohio Northern throw.
Set it up, Steven. Let's go. Next play, Steven. Better lane. Next play. Go. Next play. Hey, back close. Or Sam, back close. What are you? Come on, you go. Sam, start there. Start there. Step into it. More back close. Fully back close. Yeah, there you are. Stay there. Steven, make sure if we go
What'll
long,
go out
keep
for a
safe.
corner
Keep
kick.
I think he was showing short. So just, you gotta walk
Corner
slow.
number
Get
9
safe.
for the Polar Bears.
Hey, no counters.
Cross comes in. Biederstedt out. Saved off the line by Tyler Eldridge on the header. Biederstedt came off his line and did not get there, but Tyler Eldridge with a great job.
Summer, slide over. Summer, help us here. Hey, Will, speed. Take your seat. Will, higher.
4-0 Ohio Northern in shots here in the second half of action. Give you another Rose-Hulman sports update here. The Rose-Hulman volleyball team in the middle of the Denison Tri-Match. Foul will be committed by Jacob Pohl. The Rose-Hulman volleyball team fell 3-1 to John Carroll in the opening match of that Tri-Match.
Just in case he stopped the clock.
Foul there by Jacob Pohl. It'll set up a free kick for the Polar Bears.
Sir, can we have it on the same side then?
They start engaging the referees. I promise I'll have a conversation. You talk to your players, you talk to your head coach. No more. What's the matter? The guys behind the line, they don't need to react every time the whistle blows or doesn't blow. With a hey, everybody.
John Biederstedt ready to boot this one down the field. Rose-Hulman looking for the equalizer here in Terre Haute. That'll go out for a Rose-Hulman throw. Throw in by Borger, finds Salinas. Tried to flick it on. And now Sommerfeld looking to counter for the Polar Bears. Now Julius Salinas called for a foul. Things getting a little chippy here in Terre Haute. Pair of Ohio Northern players standing over this one for the free kick. Gavin Marshall on the cross with the left foot. And it's going to be headed by Eldridge off the Ohio Northern player for a goal kick. .31 minutes to go. Foster wins the header for Ohio Northern. And they say that goes off Rose-Hulman. Didn't see that one, but it'll be an Ohio Northern throw-in. Borger winning that one back for Rose-Hulman. And Creek boots it down the field to get it out of harm's way. Zabrek back to track it down. Tyler Eldridge chasing. And now 3 subs ready to check in for Rose-Hulman. Jimmy Hall, Peter Jacob, and Eli Miller all make their way to the halfway line. For the Polar Bears, Vinny Chaput and Chase Robinson. Beautiful pass back there, cuts inside, and a dive call for a penalty, but nothing doing as he tried to sell that one in the box. This one crossed in by Schaefer, headed away by Jacob Pohl. Still in the attacking third for Ohio Northern. Gage Foster on his left foot. Tries to slip one through to Sommerfeld. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. Now we'll get the subs for both squads. For Rose-Hulman, Tyler Eldridge, Oliver Fila, and Julius Salinas make their way off the pitch, as well as Carson Manis. Foster touches up ahead to Will Baker. And they're going to stop the clock as Jacob pulled down, holding his leg. .28 minutes to go here in Terre Haute, a 1-0 Ohio Northern lead, but plenty of time left and plenty of soccer to play. Salih Ahmad warming up on the sideline, ready to check in at the next opportunity for the Fighting Engineers. Fighting Engineers just have not been able to get possession of the ball in the second half. The Polar Bears have really controlled it and kept it in their attacking third and attacking half. Another cross comes in, headed away by Pole. It'll go out for a Ohio Northern throw-in. Ohio Northern on the season. Just 1-1-2 when entering halftime tied. We enter today 0-0 at the break.
Take care of the ball. Take care of it.
Meanwhile, for the Fighting Engineers, when tied at halftime, 1-1, their one win did come in a game that was tied 0-0 at the break. That was a 1-0 victory over the DePaul Tigers. Schaefer dancing through the box, crosses it in off the head of Creek. Jimmy Hall able to get it away.
Good talk, Lucas.
Rose-Hulman has not been held out of off the score sheet so far this season. Have scored one goal in at least every game. They are also unbeaten this year when allowing 1 or 0 goals. Be a free kick one here for the Polar Bears in the attacking half. like the goal scorer William Schaefer standing over this one. High looping ball to the back post, headed down by the Polar Bears number 15. That's Brendan Gervers getting the shot, but Biedershet stands tall. Eli Miller tries to head on to Jimmy Hall. And the cross comes in and collected by Hickey. Miller pressing high. Hall now trying to win the ball, but good job from Gervers to keep it alive. And now Rylan Watson called for the foul on Gage Foster. Much to the
Hey, Lucas, couple rolls, couple. Hey, Steven, we gotta make sure we're looking across. And if Gavin's moving, you gotta hold. Hey, let's start higher so we can, you know what I mean? Take it a little straight.
11-1 in the foul count. Rose-Hulman has been called for 11 fouls compared to just 1 to Ohio Northern. Cross coming in. Crete gets ahead to it, headed by Schaefer down to Robinson. Now another shot by Foster. Both shots blocked away. This one played back into the 18, and Creek able to get it away. Another looping ball into the 6-yard box, and Biedershet comes down with it. Robinson on the right-hand side of the pitch. Dishes off to Parker. And Ohio Northern waiting to possess once more. And that'll be a water break as both teams sent to their sidelines here with 21:47 on the clock. We'll take a break and be back in a moment here on RHIT.TV. Who are you coming in for? 50. You serious? When you're doing Bowling Green? I knew it was someone like that.
They're supposed to, they're the top. already lost to
Exactly.
or not Marshall. NIU. Marshall
NIU,
was last
yeah.
year or something. Yeah, it's like 14-3.
Awesome. IU took care of business again, so.
Second ball. Sir, I have a question about a rule. I have a question about a rule. When the corner, do we have to stop when it's I know it's a corner.
Couple subs checking into the game for both sides. Salak Ahmad coming in for Rose-Hulman. Peter Jacob, first two on that header.
Second ball now. Second ball. Second ball, Gavin.
Again, Peter Jacob able to get to that one and knock it away. Jimmy Hall intercepts that pass. Now Eli Miller on the run. But good defense by Alex Schaefer to intercept.
Third. Look up. Will, make that run. Come on, Don. Hey, just be strong. Be strong. Back in, left. Come on, White. Energy. Keep it up.
Under 20 to play now in Terre Haute. Still 1-0, Ohio Northern on top. Robinson dishes off to Gage Foster. Swings it around to Stephen Duggan. Duggan crosses in. Baker there, but over the bar. Second half of this game has been all Ohio Northern. 9-0 in shots. Make it 10-0 with that one.
I know.
Biederstedt boots this one down the field. Won by Schaefer. But Rose-Hulman able to bring it down with Jimmy Hall. Little 1-2 between Hall and Watson. Now they find Kedzier in the middle, but taken off his foot once more by Gage Foster. Two Polar Bears set to check in. Number 17, Sam McKee, and number 20, Zach Landers. Kedzier brings this one down in the midfield, looking up ahead to Jimmy Hall.
Help him, Vinny, help him.
It's going to be cleared off of Hall right by the end line. Good defense there by Marshall. Now the Polar Bears will bring in 3 more subs. As Will Schaefer, today's goal scorer, Gage Foster, and Duggan will all check out of the lineup.
Loose ball game. Hey, Alex, they're going to be pressing.
17 minutes on the clock. Fighting Engineers searching for an equalizer.
Everything long, back. Away. Lucas! Yahtzee!
Brought down in the midfield by Ohio Northern. Kedzier does well to intercept. Swings it back to Borger. Touches ahead to Kedzier. Advantage played, and now they're going to stop it and bring it back for the foul. Foul called on Rusakis there. Rose-Hulman, Peter Borger will stand over this one. Slips on that free kick, but won by Watson nonetheless. Hall on the right side. Swings it back to Borger. And another mishit pass by Borger. Good tackle by Rylan Watson. Played perfectly ahead, but offsides is the call on Chase Robinson. Carried forward by Rusakis. Dumps it off on the right side. Another cross coming in. Borger first 2 gets it away. But the shot oncoming. Calling for a deflection is Schaefer, but nothing doing. Now a couple of subs for both sides. As Robinson will come off for Ohio Northern. And it'll be Lipsky and Borger taking a seat for Rose-Hulman. 14-14 on the clock. Dylan Traver into the game for the first time for Rose-Hulman. Physical defense there. Ohio Northern wins the ball. Alex Schaefer making the run through. Salek Ahmad clears it out, but another ONU corner. Crossed in, Biederstedt punches away. They'll go out for another corner kick. Another one crossed in, this one headed away by Traver. The missed clearance by Hall, shot by Rusakis, takes a deflection, but saved by Biederstedt. Eli Miller trying to get through, but cleared by the keeper.
Step!
12 minutes to play. Rose-Hulman looking to avoid back-to-back losses. Foul called there on Rylan Watson. It'll be another free kick. Looking ahead to what's next for both of these teams. For Rose-Hulman, the Fighting Engineers will return to the road next week for 2 more games. It'll be their 5th and 6th out of 7 games on the road to start this year. Fighting Engineers travel to Division I side Southern Indiana on Wednesday night. Then on Saturday, they open HCAC play as they travel to Bluffton for a women's-men's doubleheader.
Hey, Johnny, see it? Yes, well done, Johnny. Well done.
Headed out of play, and it'll be a Rose-Hulman throw.
Johnny. Hey, can we stop? Let's go, Bernie! Hey, someone Johnny. Come on, let's go! Alex, let's corner. Good shift, Ben. Hold on. Will, you got through it. I know. Come on, Eli! Come on, Eli! Take it low, me! Organize!
2 Rose-Hulman subs set to come in here with 10 minutes to play. Will Bell and number 36, Landon Kangas, set to check in. That ball going to be brought down by Will Schaefer, but won by Kedzier. Kedzier stays with it. Dishes over, trying to find Peter Jacob, but nothing doing. And now offsides will be the call.
Hey, Vinny! Vinny, just keep going. Keep going so we can get up.
John Biederstedt sending people forward here with 9 minutes on the clock. Fighting Engineers still looking for an equalizer here late in Terre Haute. Trying to avoid their first home loss of the season. Shapiro slips And a good job by the defender to win that throw in.
It's fucking awesome. I want one. We need to invest.
Go, switch on!
I thought it was water.
It's all, Sean, it's only if the winning team subs.
Out! Out! What's up, Baker? Graver! Not yet. Wait for the opportune moment.
7.5 to play. Ohio Northern doing well to see this game out
Zach, pinch more.
as they have dominated the second half of action, leading Rose-Hulman 13-1 in shots.
And hold!
Good pressure there by Matthew Schwartz. And Schwartz winning the ball there. Great defense from the senior. Now looking for Eli Miller on the right side. A good job by the Ohio Northern keeper to come off his line and collect. Lucas Hickey having a great game here today. Just his second start of the season, his first since the season opener.
Zach, let's go. Next play. Let's go. Hey, back it in. Hey, block. Noah, slide. Block. Vinny, block. Stay forward. Black.
'Carrying up the pitch is Shapiro. And we're going to get a foul called for a Rose-Hulman free kick.
Black, yes. I just did. Hey, Gerber. Black. 5 minutes game. Work. Black. Higher, Zach. One behind Gerber.
5 minutes to play. 1-0. Polar Bears still on top. Ohio Northern doing a great job of possessing here late to try to see this game out. Schwartz has it taken off of his foot by Zach Landers. And again, Ohio Northern will restart. Trying to send one up ahead. Traver heads it away. Schwartz bringing it down, but given right back, Gage Foster. They're going to send it over to the left side to Will Baker, and he's just going to take this one to the corner. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Kedzier first two, but bounces tough off of his foot. And Ohio Northern will win the throw. Kedzier sends one down the middle, trying to find Eli Miller. Knocked off the ball, and Hickey will collect. Kangas sends this one up the field. But it's Noah Zebrak clearing it ahead. Sub coming into the game, it's Julius Salinas for Rylan Watson. Here for the final 2 minutes of action. Chested on, Zebrak sends this one over the bleachers. And Coach Hellowell calling for everyone to come forward. Kedzier forced back, gives it to Salik. And the ball won back. Great defense there by Vinny Chaput as Rose-Hulman was sending everyone up front. 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute. One minute remaining. Schwartz into the 18. Julius Salinas has it at the top of the box. Drops it back to Kedzier. Sends it to Kangas out wide. Cross comes in, but collected by Hickey. Just too close to the keeper there. And Hickey's going to send everyone forward as he looks to stall a few more seconds off the clock with 30 left to play. Ahmad's going to track this down. 25 seconds. Rose-Hulman looking for hopefully one more chance. Salinas wins it. Heads to Kedzier, but a little miscommunication once more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it from Terre Haute, Indiana. The Ohio Northern Polar Bears hold on for a 1-0 victory here in Terre Haute with the lone goal coming on the penalty kick. Fans, we thank you for joining us here on RHIT.TV. I'm Landon Bundy on the call. We hope you have a good night.
Hey, Landon, I know you're still working on the stats. Do you have a foul count?
At one point, it was 11-1. Because that was when I said it in the A.
I heard you.
I made sure to say it when the AR was right there, and he turned around and said, he said, is that right? I said, yeah. I can get it for you here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. 13.